guess the question I got for you as you were thinking about Metamorphoo, and this is one of the things I will challenge you, is that process that we go through. Why is it so much of a challenge for us? Mm-hmm. We know these are things, what you're saying is nothing new.
Right.
It's fundamental. Yeah. It's in the Word. We read it, we see it. But why is it that it's so much of a challenge for us to go hidden, remain hidden,
right,
and then in that hidden process, do what you did, self-select the things that we know we should be doing, the things, self-select things that will help us continue to keep growing. Yeah. Why is that such of a challenge for us?
You know, we can stay on this question for the rest of this podcast, because
and so be it. Let's stay here. I mean, I think that's a valid question, right? There's some valid points that you've raised in all of this, all sermon, in this whole entire series.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we got to put foot to the road.
Yeah, for sure.
Rubber meets the road.
Right.
And as much as we can raise our hand on a Sunday and jump around, or, you know, in your case with your sweatsuit, crawl around.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
At the end of the day, you got to go home and live this.
You do. Yeah.
And one of the fundamental things is got to be, okay, if I got to live it, I can't stop faking it, number one. Yeah. But then realize, why is it such a struggle to do this? Yeah. Why is it such a struggle to stay hidden?
Right.
Why is it then even when I am hidden, I'm being hidden, but I'm not really comfortable. I don't like the idea of necessarily being hidden because of all the things that surround me.
Right.
And but I'm not necessarily moving where I want to. So now I'm disappointed because I'm not moving where I want to move. Yeah. So therefore, I'm not essentially growing and transforming like I wanted to. Yes. So it's a compound effect that a lot of people go through. And it's just, you know, as you were putting together this message, I know that you thought about that.
Oh, for sure.
And
for sure.
What would you tell somebody who's listening to this now that's like, that's fighting in that hidden place, don't want to be there. Yeah. But they're like, dude, I'm dreaming, but I don't even see I can dream with the possibilities, but I don't even see how to particularly get there.
Yeah. Again, I told you before, going back to that little kid in the projects, you know, it was keeping the picture of getting out the projects in my head. That was the key, you know, because there was always distractions. Sometimes it was distraction where the money was short and we had less food to eat, and you know, you're a little hungry, you know, and for me, a lot hungry, and keeping that vision in my eyes. I would be in my bed as a little kid, and I would close my eyes, and I would constantly see myself not living in the projects. So it just pushed me to do more, to read, to study more, to shoot a basketball more, to shoot a basketball in the morning and afternoon and the evening, to read books, and because if I don't have that picture in front of me, that was the first thing that, write the vision down, make it plain, write the vision. My today's life is that if I don't have that in front of me, you know, you see me a whole lot. You say, you know, you got notepads, you write on everything, and I write on my walls. My wife said, "Man, you write on everything in the house. You just write everywhere. You come in my office. You see big boards there with statements, with where I want to go and every morning when I'm in my office, I visually see that. I visually see where I want to go. So when I get distracted, I can go in my office and I can see exactly where I want to go. Now, I may be distracted and be detoured, but when I walk back in my office and I see that picture there, and I see books that I said I'm going to write, and they're on my wall. And then I put some other things on the wall to remind me why. I put my daughter, my sons, my granddaughters, my wife. I see all these people that me finishing something impacts, you know, and it reminds me, even when I don't want to do it, even when I'm distracted, even when I'm disturbed, even when I'm depressed, even when I doubt it's going to happen. The dream is right in front of me always, and then these people that I know the impacts, I look at them and I turn around and start typing again. You know, I look at them and I start writing again. You know, and I think that process, sometimes we think that the process will not always, will sometimes not be painful. Because no one told us the process would be painful to dream.
Right.
But man, I'm telling you, when I ate that piece of that bread with sugar on it, we called it sugar bread, bro. It was good, but I was saying I can't wait till and that bologna, bro. Like, well, go ask my wife. I do not eat bologna.
So the bologna with the red, with the red wrapping that you'd have to take off.
I don't touch bologna, bro. Once I left out of that, I dreamed of never having bologna. And yeah, so I think for me is to keep myself consistently moving towards something. I have to put the right things around me as a reminder.